live. Okay, I believe we're live now. Sorry for the wait, guys. I'll give people some time to tune in here. I'm also gonna remind the Instagram folks that we're live too. But yeah. So what's going on, everyone? Just wanted to hop on here and do a quick live video for those who wanted to join. Sorry, I was in a bit of a rush because my neighbor's dogs thought it would be cool to bark during a live video. I was like, I can't be here, so that's why it kind of took a while to change. Let's see. I'm just putting a reminder out on Instagram here. Send a comment if you guys are here, want to see who's all tuning into this. Like I said, I want to do it on YouTube specifically because we had been getting some more engagement here. We hit the 300 subscriber mark, which is pretty insane. I think we're at like 312 or something like that. So I definitely appreciate the support. We all appreciate the support here on our team. And yeah, sorry, I'm just putting out this link. Okay, that's cool. Alrighty. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, kind of chat about what stuff we have coming up for the project, see if you guys had any questions about anything. Um, and yeah, just kind of hang around for a bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing too long here, but I wanted to get you guys involved here on YouTube since we had a good bit of people interacting. So just gonna pull this up on my phone here so I can see if anyone comments. So yeah, so with this project right now, um, part one is coming out in 2 months from today, November 29th. Part one, I think all of them are fun. Part one is really cool. It has 89 comic pages created by Jackson Durr, who does the pencils and inkings of the page, and then Kay Richardson does the colors. And so they've done an incredible job bringing the script that I wrote like 2 years ago, basically, to life. So it's been really cool seeing those pages come to life in that way. Um, and so that's coming out November 29th. Um, and it's the way we're breaking it down is going to be a bit um, different in terms of what we're doing for like part one and even parts two and three. The comic itself is like 200 pages, but each part isn't like, it's not like perfectly evened out between each part. Like the second part is in 89 pages. It's like 64, 65. And then the third part is like 52, 53. Like when we go through each page essentially each week, we kind of we look at the script, we have it broken down into like pages and things like that. And sometimes we'll look at it and go, this would actually be better as one page, or maybe we need to split this page in two, things like that. So it's constantly changing sometimes as we go through the script. But part one, like I said, has 89 pages. We're kind of like breaking each part down into like episodes, but you'll be seeing all of part one on November 29th. So we'll have a website where you can read the comic pages themselves. That's going to launch very soon. I'm actually going to do a promo teaser for that this week. We're going to drop that next month on a very cool day next month. So you guys will know which day very soon. But yeah, we're going to do that. And then obviously here on YouTube is where the digital motion comic will play out. And so if you guys don't know, the digital motion comic is basically like a short film version of the actual comic pages. I edit the pages and add the incredible voice actor talent that we have to it, and I add the incredible music that my brother Caleb and my friend Spencer Dyke created. Um, and yeah, I just kind of make it feel like a short film. So it's a good runtime on it. I think you guys will be pretty entertained. I will, if you want to guess the runtime in the comments below, definitely do that. Will I answer your question? If you get it right, maybe I might just put an eyeball emoji or something like that. But um, I'll probably release like how long it is. Like give an official runtime for part one in like November when we like probably first week in November just to give you guys an idea of it. But like I said, 89 pages for part one, and it's definitely like the lengthiest part. But we'll see how parts two and three pan out in terms of their length in the motion comic because we're still like creating and developing those pages. So it's been pretty fun in that aspect. And like I said, it's been pretty good lately with the engagement here that we've gotten. I think that one cool thing that we announced like a couple weeks ago, I think on September 15th, yeah, was the addition of our translator, Delfina, and she is translating our comic into Spanish for us, so we'll be able to have all 200 plus pages of our comic available in Spanish, which is super cool. She just reached out saying that, she does Spanish to English translations, she studies that. And so she got to work right away, and she's done a great job of it. So we'll have those pages ready, the 89 pages of part one in Spanish, ready by November 29th. So we're excited to have that edition as well. It's pretty cool to see, make it more accessible to other people. So it won't be like another motion comic dub because right now we just don't have the resources for that to get like a whole new set of voice actors. Then I would have to edit all of it again. Maybe in the future, but as of right now, it's just going to be like the actual comic part of it. So I see a comment from Jay Rec. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support and being excited for it because it is something at the end of the day. It's something I drew like in my room. Not drew. I created in my room. I can't draw. I can't draw at all. Jackson and Kay brought this story to life along with the voice actors that we have, and it's just been really cool to see it all come together. To see people like responding to it well, saying that they're excited, and just connecting really with the emotional aspect of it because it is an emotionally driven story, just about a guy just essentially trying to do the right thing, but everything kind of gets thrown at him, and he's like, I don't know if I can do the right thing anymore. I might just like do what I've been doing before, but he's wanting to make a positive change, and of course I'm referring to Bruce. And with the recent official trailer that we dropped last weekend on Batman Day, that got a lot more attention than I thought. That was our first video on YouTube to break 1,000 views, and we're at like 4,000 right now, which is crazy to me. I didn't expect it to blow up as much as it did, but it was cool to see you guys responding to it and leaving your comments. There's a lot of fun comments there, and I'm just really thankful. I just that's part of why I want to do this live stream is just to thank you guys for what you're doing and supporting us because it's a not for profit. We do it for you guys, for the fans, because we ourselves as fans. So we just came up with this story and we're like we just want to share it. So we really hope you guys enjoy. Um, some hooligan just asked, is Killer Croc in it? And Killer Croc, he's one of the villains of all time, I will say. He was born at a very young age and he likes to wear jeans a lot. And with those two things in mind, I just couldn't fit him into the story, so I just didn't think he would fit. So unfortunately, guys, Killer Croc won't be in it. But in all seriousness, though, we have a lot of cool villains that pop up, and our project's main villain, the serial killer named the Ghost, with next month being October, we have a lot of fun stuff planned around that character so you can learn more about them because it is kind of like a newer character. Sure, it's like a mix of a couple like Batman villains and even like other villains that I threw in there, just in developing the character, which you guys will find out soon. But no, that villain was very fun to um script and outline and come up with. But yeah, you'll have a lot of spooky ghost stuff for next month. But yeah, we have the ghost. We have good old Joe Chill. If you guys know who Joe Chill is, we did a couple videos on him last month. That highlight Spencer's process in making his theme song, which is like the most insane. Well, all of the music in the project is insane. You've seen the comments. Kid named Caleb Ford, the guy who asked about Killer Croc, but check out his channel too. He uploads a lot of cool stuff. But no, they both work on music really well. Caleb does the scores and themes. Spencer does like the metallic pieces. So we have like two Nirvana pieces coming up, but he also did like the theme for Joe Chill, and so that was really cool. We have a video on that detailing kind of how he created that and how we came up with it because we actually came up with that one quite a few years ago. But yeah, he'll be in it, and yeah, I appreciate the kind words here. It was a lot of fun to make that official trailer that you guys saw the last weekend. I was trying to um, that one promo trailer that the teaser that Jackson did like with like that minute long one. Jackson did all of that and it was like super cool, and he really outdid himself. And I was like, okay, now we have to top that. Once we did a teaser, we got to do like the official trailer, and what better way to drop it than on Batman Day? So I'm really happy to see you guys responding well to it. But we have a question here from, I don't want to mess up the first name, but Pigeon is in the last name. I don't know if this will spoil the story, but will Bruce and Dick be more of a father son relationship or a brother brother relationship? That is a very good question. And with, it's not a spoiler. So, right off the bat, not right off the bat, but in part one, you'll see a lot of, or a good bit of their dynamic and kind of like what you'll see could possibly be essentially. And then parts two and three really, really, really dive into it. And I'm really excited for those parts because Robin's my favorite superhero. And I wanted to, when I was like thinking of like, okay, if I were to do like a script in the Reeves verse, what would I do? And the first thing that came to my mind was, we need Robin. I was like, okay. So, to answer your question though, the relationship, it's not clear cut like father son or brother brother. You know, Dick in this story is 13 years old. Bruce, is probably about 30 because I think he was 29 in the first movie. And this one takes place like 8 months after the first movie. So Bruce is essentially at a point, he's trying to make a difference, and knowing, Dick Grayson's story about his parents and the circus and that accident, that that'll play out, and you guys will kind of see and figure out as Bruce figures out kind of what his relationship with Dick will be like, because he's like, okay, I want to help this hurting child, but I don't exactly know how to do it, but I just know I need to do something. So you'll kind of see that dynamic play out and kind of see how Bruce figures out how to like, connect with him, and also how like, their back and forth goes. And I actually like one of the things I talked about like a while ago, I think. But a fun fact is like with their relationship too, I kind of took some hints from like the Hawkeye TV show, like the Disney Plus show that came out like 2020 2021. It's like Hawkeye's my favorite Marvel superhero, so I was like, okay, this show was great. I'm gonna see what I can do with this. And Kate Bishop and Clint Barnes' relationship in that was pretty cool. With Hawkeye being like, kind of semi-retired, Kate Bishop, just being like a fangirl essentially, but having all these like similar skills to Hawkeye, and they're just kind of like forced to work together in a sense. So I took some inspiration from that one. Obviously, I took inspiration from like the Batman comics, like Dark Victory, and even like Batman the animated series, because that's like a goated show. So like we threw a lot together in this story. Like we took a lot of just like great stories, whether it be from DC, Marvel, whatever, um, to like bring the story to life and kind of like do justice to the characters as well, because you know we don't want to like make them appear in like a negative light or anything, but I think we do a good job in representing these characters. So Dick Grayson's definitely a character I'm excited for you guys to see. um but yeah, like I said, kind of parts 2 and 3 is when it gets like really juicy, and we're like working on that stuff now, and it's been fun to put it all together. So you guys will get a lot more of that very soon. Um, what was one thing, other thing I wanted to say? I was talking about the Spanish um, translation. Then I kind of teased the ghost stuff. The ghost is a cool villain. My brother did the score for the ghost, and you guys will hear it in like this upcoming video we're doing. And I think you guys will like the ghost a lot. He has a really cool opening scene. Um, like it's not the opening scene of the comic, but it's almost the opening scene of the comic. So you'll see very quickly. Um, but it's really exciting to see it all develop and kind of go along. Um, and I see Jackson's here. Howdy, Jackson. He asked, "Why am I such a phenomenal writer and creative collaborator?" Well, you know, that type of stuff you're just born. You're not. I mean, you're born with it. You know, I like you can understand. Um, you Jackson and Kay, you know, are two illustrators. Um, we talk almost every day about this project, like whether like it's about the pages that we do, breaking down the panels. Jackson will kind of outline the script, and you know, because he does this like pencils and inks, so he'll outline it and send it to us, saying like, okay, does this sound right for like you know how many panels we need for this page, things like that. So we put a lot of time and effort into it, but even with all of like you know the hard work and preparation that goes into it, it's still a lot of fun, and I feel like we've still been able to be really creative with what we've put together. Like all the like with the comic pages themselves, they're really like unique, like from each other as well. Like you know, some scenes will have some continuity. Like we have introduced a lot of new settings and things like that, but Jackson and Kay have done a really good job of like you know bringing these Gotham locations to life and bringing the characters to life and doing it in like a unique way. And it's just really cool to see them have these ideas, because like when I make the script, I'm just like thinking about like you know the characters, and I'm just like when it comes to setting, I'm just like okay, it'll take place in Gotham City and it'll take place in this part of the city. But when I like go over it with them, we have to like actually think about like the details of it, and so that's where they've really thrived. So it's been really cool to see that part playing out. And yeah, the comic will theoretically take place after the Batman Part Two, like the official movie, um, which you know is set in the winter. This story is set in the summer of the following year. So honestly, like when I wrote the script, because I wrote it in 2022, I had no clue, you know, what Matt Reeves was trying to do with the sequel, but I was trying to like kind of make it my own in a sense. Like I wanted to like, you know, respect the story and kind of continue it in a logical way. But we didn't really like when we were going over the script and when I was creating it, we didn't really like take into account like, you know, the Penguin show or things that happen in the Batman too, because this um you know, our story of the Batman is like just kind of an Elseworlds tale. So it's kind of its separate own thing. And I feel like it works really well. Like if you watch it, um, even like you know, because part two, I mean, part one will be out after like a good bit of the Penguin show is out, maybe even all of it, because it's just 6 episodes. But I think it works really well on its own, even with like all the other stuff that's going on like in Matt's universe. But I think it'll just kind of flow kind of nicely. But it is after the Batman 2 movie, which is coming out I guess in 2026, which is crazy. I remember it was like supposed to come out like was it was it originally 2024 or 25? I think it was like October 2025. So yeah, and then it got like pushed back forever. But no, it's been really cool getting to like dive into that world a little more and kind of like think about like kind of like how Matt like created the characters and going off of that. I just like character work, so it's been really fun to like look at these characters and see what we can do with it. So it's been really fun. I think you guys will enjoy it a lot. So yeah, I did also want to shout out. I did say on here that we had reached over 300 subscribers, which is crazy. We also reached over like 500 followers on Instagram, which is also crazy. Um, you know, a story like this, like I care about like reaching people with it because I think like it's a story that a lot of Batman fans will find really like personal to them and also just like fun. So like seeing you guys like leave your comments and liking posts and following and like being excited for it does really mean a lot to each of us on the team. Um, because we're creators, we created for you guys. We're fans ourselves and we like creating this, but ultimately we want you guys to be able to look at it and just kind of like you know enjoy it. It's meant for you to kind of like just take a step back from whatever you're doing in your life and just kind of like focus on Batman, which is why we took a lot of time to like um, study the characters, make sure it's like authentic and not anything crazy, and like have Killer Croc show out of nowhere and kill Batman. But no, it's been really cool to see your guys' support, and we appreciate it. Like it means a lot more than I can express in my unscripted words here. But no, just thank you guys for the support, not only here but on Instagram and then like my own Twitter. Like Jackson has his Twitter as well, so we try to kind of repost stuff there. But yeah, like I said earlier, October is gonna be a fun month here. Like it's it's these fun videos I created. The first one you'll see is October 1st, and we'll have the ghost feature as well next month since it is October. But yeah, we are excited to get you guys more content. We launched in like March of 2024. For those of you watching, which seems like forever ago. It seems so long ago that we announced, and I know, and Jackson and I have been working together since late 2022, and then Kay joined like 6 months later. So we've had this like going on for a while, and we've had to like keep it a secret. Jackson was like posting like sneak peeks on his story and on his page, and you could tell he was just ready to just tell everything. And so it took a lot for us to like set that goal of wanting to release on March 4th, or announce the project on March 4th, because the Batman movie came out on March 4th. So I was like, we gotta announce it then, and so we did, and that's been, it feels like forever ago, but to kind of like see where we started and seeing like the growth of everything, and to see like the excitement building each month has been really cool. So yeah, and then Alejandra here, she left a comment, and she's always been really supportive. I appreciate you being here. We did include like a couple of our fans in the comic as well, like our followers from Instagram. We did like a kind of like a, not a giveaway post, but we did like a selection type post on Instagram a while back. And like people, we gave people an opportunity to be in the comic if they wanted to, basically. So we'll have a couple of our guests featured throughout. Guests, a couple of our fans and followers throughout. It'll be like throughout parts 2 and 3. Because when we had that post, we like wrapped production in part 1, I think. So it is all like parts 2 and 3 where you'll see like cameos by other people not named Killer Croc. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on as well. Because like I said, it's by the fans for the fans, and I forget who came up with that. Am I don't want to take credit for it. Maybe I did, but I think Jackson and like, cause I'll email Jackson and Kay, and I think they kind of like helped me shape it a bit better. I was like, this would be cool. They're like, yeah, this should go like this. I was like, oh, that's perfect. So that's how it goes sometimes. But no, we're just really excited to get it to you guys. It's only 2 months away until you see every part of part 1. So we're excited for that. The website will be up very soon. On October 1st, you'll know the date that the website is launched, and it's a pretty cool date. You guys will see. Um, but yeah, we had a lot of fun creating the content for this month for you guys on social media. I try to keep it busy. Um, with the content, we have our voice actor interviews. We have the behind the scenes videos with Jackson and Kay creating their pages. And then the music creation videos with Caleb and Spencer. And then I created a couple videos too, I guess, on my process in making an emotion comic and also just how I add text to a page. So I might I might try and do another video like that of me creating a page. It's been a while since I've created or worked on the actual digital comic because I've just been working on this part of it, the social media and connecting with you guys and seeing what I can do to you know keep it interesting because like I said we launched in March and November is a long way away from March. So I was like, okay, I just wanted to plan all this content to get out to you guys so it'll be you know, the next day you'll be like, "Oh, it's November already." So, yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff. The wheels don't stop turning with us. We keep chugging along. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I just like I said, just wanted to come on here really quick and thank you guys for the support that we received. Um, keep supporting us in this way because it's not we don't want anything monetarily slash we can't get anything monetarily because of just Warner Bros and copyright, which is fine because I knew that when I started. But yeah, we like I said, we just appreciate everything you guys have been doing because you guys are the backbones of this project. Um, is Caleb Killer Croc that's just gonna be I'm gonna add Killer Croc to the script, okay? So Jackson, be prepared to draw Killer Croc. Um, no, I'm just joshing. We're not gonna do Killer Croc. Maybe. Who knows? But there's a surprise villain who shows up in part three though. So look out for that villain. It's gonna be fun. I'm just excited. Each part is better than the last, and you'll see some fun characters, and there's a lot of cool development. So you guys, I think, will thoroughly enjoy it. So um, thank you guys for being here. Um, I will, you guys will see a good bit of content from us this week on our Instagram. So if you're not following the Instagram, be sure to do that. Not just to follow it and get the numbers, but it's because we, post some interesting stuff. We do behind the scenes, and I like to promote what we're doing on YouTube on there as well. So I try to do a bit different content sometimes. So yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Have a good night. Thanks again for being here, and stay tuned because we have a lot of great stuff coming up. So thanks, and have a good night.